This will be about the plus lens, the way, and about RUPA Wong prevention while her kids still have 20/20. That's the only place where I advocate the plus. When your kids still have 20/20 and will enter myopia unless they do something about it. So here's Don Ream and the bifocal.
Is the condition when a person cannot see distant objects clearly unless glasses are worn. Many children develop myopia during their school years. Can we prevent a child from becoming nearsighted? This information is brought to you as a public service by the International Myopia Prevention Association, a nonprofit research organization dedicated to preventing nearsightedness. Nearsightedness is caused by focusing on close-up objects, such as a book or a computer, for long periods of time. Prolonged close work is unnatural and stressful. The eyes get stuck in the close-up focus position and can focus only at shorter and shorter distances. This happens because the focusing muscles, also called the ciliary muscles, lock up, causing the eyes to become more elongated and thus more nearsighted. Clear distance vision is lost forever. What can be done to prevent nearsightedness in a child? The problem must be caught as soon as the child experiences the first difficulty seeing distant objects clearly, such as the TV or the writing on the board at school. Don't delay, or an irreversible overelongation of the eye will occur. Eye doctors prescribe distance glasses to correct blurred distance vision, but this makes the problem worse because they force the focusing muscles to stay locked up, which further elongates the eyes. This results in the need for stronger distance glasses. The child is thus doomed to a lifetime of reliance on distance glasses and worsening eyesight. There is an alternative. If a child uses reading glasses for prolonged periods of reading and other close work, the focusing muscles should not lock up, and nearsightedness should be prevented. The child will not be reliant on reading glasses. Reading glasses are just a protective tool to be used for periods of close work. Instead of prescribing distance glasses, the eye doctor should inform parents about this option of using reading glasses for reading and prolonged close work. For the child who's on the verge of becoming nearsighted, +3 reading glasses should usually be prescribed. There is no need to sacrifice a child's vision.
Okay, there you have it. My statement really is the only right way is RUPA Wong's way, which is to have the kid understand this discipline of prevention, which means keeping your nose off the page, 20 inches, tennis, so forth, and personally verifying your own Snellen by having it up and circle the 20/40 line because you must pass that line. This is complete control if you want it, but people don't want that control. They want some third party to solve their problem for them, and that does not work because the third party protecting his business, not your lifetime welfare. So you're right back to RUPA Wong and keeping her nose off the page. Average visual environment of -1 diopter will protect you. You won't enter myopia. But that means the kids really do keep their nose off the page and monitor their own Snellen and have a parent who's really very disciplined with their kid about this issue, because if the kid leans forward on the page and doesn't keep the nose off the page, their refractive state changes from +20/20 to -20/30 or 20/60. Only at that point would prevention be possible. I've seen bifocal studies, but the problem is the kid doesn't know how to use a plus lens. And that will always kill the study. You're wasting your time until the parents and child understand the need for prevention while they still have 20/40. If they don't understand the science of that, there's no prospect of any successful prevention. This is why I address electrical engineers who design control systems. At least they will understand the concept that the natural eye at birth is highly dynamic and remains dynamic. A situation is totally ignored and denied in optometry in every way they can think to deny that truth. So I revet the consequences of ignorance, a child's ignorance, a child's habits. But even an optometrist can't change that. He could change it for his own child by having the child use a plus for prevention when the child still has 20/20. And even engineers will probably reject prevention when they're 20/40, self-measured, and using their own test lenses. If they choose to reject when they're 20/40, that's too bad for them. They lack the intelligence motivation to do what's necessary for lifetime prevention when it still would have been possible at 20/40. So my thanks to Donald Ream for this video and efforts, and Jacob Rafelson, who was a major force to understand and achieve prevention for his own children, but always involve intensive parent supervision and support before the kid starts wearing a minus lens. You're intelligent. Think about it. What do you want in your life? Do you want to help your own children with the prevention? If the kid's old enough and he's seeing 20/40 on his Snellen, still passing the DMV. In college, does he want to do something about it? An engineer will think about it. He'll decide at 20/40 to do what RUPA Wong's doing for her kids. Everyone else won't do it, and they'll lose their vision permanently. Any wearing of a plus lens means minus lens means you lose your vision permanently. What could have been prevented at 20/40 is not prevented at 20/40, and that's too bad for you, and too bad for everyone. Add your own commentary. Thank you.